Hey, good Thursday morning, everyone. Bam Weather meteorologist Matt Griffin here with your latest Iowa local forecast update. Currently recording this video around 5:54 a.m. Central Time. I hope everyone's doing well out there this morning. And I want to get into the latest here, guys, what we are dealing with on the current radar. And, we've got some storms here into eastern Iowa. This system definitely a little bit more expansive, a little bit further to the west than anticipated and than what most guidance suggested yesterday. So I want to be full transparency about that. But you can see these storms generally moving off to the south and to the east this morning. A little bit of uncertainty of how this is exactly going to progress, with data really struggling with this part of the storms here this morning. And really they're struggling with some of these isolated type of showers and thunderstorms extending off to the west towards some of our friends into Nebraska as well. But I do anticipate these to kind of continue to drift off to the south and to the east heading over the next hour or so, and they head into a more lesser favorable environment as they do head to the south and to the east. What you'll notice as well, a heat advisory in place. And so let's kind of move forward here, guys, into the forecast. And I'm just going to touch briefly on the heat index values getting into the afternoon hours today. It's going to be miserable if you're into these, 2-tier, southern tier county rows. It's going to feel like the mid 100s out there. It's going to be very hot and very humid out ahead of a southward advancing cold front here. And something we'll need to watch as we head later into the afternoon, maybe some stronger storms can form using some of this instability we will have in place here. Guys, if we take a look at what I'm preferring, at least in the short term here, I'm using a model called the NAM3 model. And now, it's not doing the best with what's on the current radar, especially areas near Davenport, where data, this isn't the only piece of data. I could find multiple pieces of data which are really struggling to capture the idea of the storms there towards the Davenport area this morning. But I think this gives us a general idea of what we can anticipate over the next 2 hours here as I bring this out towards the 7, towards the 8 a.m. time frame. You can kind of see these showers drifting off to the south here, and as they do drift off to the south, I would anticipate them to weaken as they do so. Now, the uncertainty I have is towards Davenport, perhaps areas closer towards the Illinois-Iowa border. Can't rule out this as it kind of drifts off to the south-southeast. Maybe some continued thunderstorms will be possible here over the next 1 to 2 hours. So something to keep in mind. It could be locally heavy, and it could be a situation where your app may not see it very well. But like I said, the majority of data out there just really struggling to see those storms into eastern Iowa this morning. So I want to make sure that was very well known here. Now, heading beyond this, guys, I'm going to get into a little bit better zoom here of the state of Iowa, and something we need to keep in mind as we head into the afternoon is this boundary is going to be just around the area as we get to 4, 5, and 6. Something we'll need to watch if you're along the Missouri border, towards the Illinois border here, towards Mount Pleasant. I can't rule out some storms to fire up, especially as we get to 3, 4, through the 6 p.m. time frame for some of these storms to fire up here. And as they do so, we could see a stronger storm or two, maybe a strong wind gust, maybe some hail, and some heavier downpours. These storms will certainly be capable of producing lots of rain here, lots of energy, lots of moisture into the atmosphere. But these will quickly shift off to the south as we head into the evening. You can see as I get to 6, 7, 8, and then the 9 p.m. time frame, a lot of activity staying more focused into northern Missouri here. And I think we're generally going to be on the drier side as we do head throughout the overnight here. Now, I do want to show you guys kind of the latest Storm Prediction Center, the severe weather outlook. I don't mind it overall. You can see just southeastern Iowa getting clipped with the kind of the slight risk here. On a scale of 1 to 5, it's about a 2. So if storms can fire here, they can be strong in nature. My concern is a lot of the storms fire just to our south, to our friends in Missouri. Perhaps something isolated south of Atlantic can't be ruled out here. But again, most data more suggesting something towards southeastern Iowa for initiation. Extreme southeastern Iowa heading into the afternoon and evening hours of today, and they will be capable of some heavy rain. In fact, you can see here, I'm going to bring out my drawing tool here, and you can see some of these values here. If we do get caught under the storm, could easily put down around an inch. Some of these storms further off to the north towards Fort Dodge, I think this is kind of what's already fallen, so to speak. I think it's a little bit overdone to those locations. I would anticipate any storm activity this morning to be generally pretty light in nature and very sporadic in coverage. as well. Now, beyond this, guys, as we head into tomorrow here, I'm going to show you guys the European model right now. I don't mind its solution it has for tomorrow. We will have to just continue to fine-tune this forecast here. But we'll need to watch getting into the morning hours of tomorrow. Here's a look as we 6 a.m. through about the 8 a.m. towards even the 10 a.m. time frame. Something spotty towards the Iowa-Nebraska border can't be ruled out, but the better chances come as we get closer to lunch. Here's a look as we get to the 12 p.m., 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., and 4 p.m. time frame. We'll have to watch these northwestern counties, areas towards Storm Lake, Lamar, Sioux Center, Estherville, Algona for some showers, some thunderstorms to fire up here into the afternoon. And the general theme, you can see as I bring this out towards the 5 p.m. time frame tomorrow afternoon, towards about the 9 p.m. time frame. Still some spotty activity here from Des Moines, points off to the east towards Grinnell. May not necessarily be this widespread here, but we'll need to be on the lookout Friday night into Saturday morning. That's going to be the main show, so to speak, here as we get to 2 a.m. Saturday morning through about the 6 a.m. time frame. Saturday morning, some of these showers and thunderstorms moving, especially southwestern Iowa. That's kind of the focus. That's been the focus here for a while of where these storms can kind of track here. Some locally heavy rain is going to be possible, and even a few stronger storms are going to be possible. Some strong wind gusts here. And you can see as I bring this out throughout Saturday morning, 8 a.m. towards the 10 a.m. time frame, and then getting into the lunch time frame, 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m. For the most part, that's out of here, more focused off to our south than what we'll have to watch getting into late Saturday evening, maybe something spotty into northeastern Iowa once again. But for the most part, getting into our Saturday and really even into our Sunday as well, I think we could see plenty of drier times here across the state of Iowa. A quick look, guys, at the rainfall totals with this next upcoming system here. Well, like I said, we're going to have to continue to fine-tune the exact details here. But again, this area here, southwestern Iowa, this is the area we need to watch that could see, 1-2 inches of rain. Certainly on the table here. Areas just to the north, areas closer towards Des Moines, Ames. We're kind of right on the edge here. Quarter of an inch, 3/4 inch still on the table here. We'll see if this can trend heavier or lighter moving forward. And I can't rule out, especially getting into Friday afternoon, if there can be some heavier totals kind of within this area here. We'll see how Friday afternoon's wave kind of plays out here. But most data indicating it's not going to be a huge hit of rain, but something to keep an eye on nonetheless. But overall, I don't mind this solution here. It's really not far off than what your app has. And we'll continue to keep an eye on things and continue to fine-tune the forecast as we get a little closer here. So, guys, let us know what questions you have. More than happy to help where we can. And in the meantime, guys, have a great rest of your Thursday, and we will keep you guys posted.